Hello viewers, friends, family, whoever's watching this. This video is about my trip to Kyrgyzstan back in 2022. I've just got a few notes here that I'll read some stuff off before we get into the video, just to provide a bit of context. So it's been a while since I last uploaded, as you know. This is because I've started a PhD in philosophy at the University of Queensland. The footage you're about to see today, I have sat on for a long time. There's been a bit of procrastination, I will admit, but I finally got around to editing it. So in 2022, my housemate Paula said that she was going to go and see her family in Kyrgyzstan. And I asked if I could come as, well, partly as an opportunity just to get some immersion with with the Russian language, which I've been learning since about 2015 or so, on and off. The plan was for a 1-month trip in which I would join Paula in staying with her mum and her uncle in Bishkek. And Paula's partner Tom also wanted to come over about 2 weeks into the journey, and so that was planned as well. Not everyone has the resources, and I am aware of this, the money, the time, the ability to go on a trip like this. So I did want to share some of the things I experienced with my friends and family. So I took a bunch of footage while I was there, but it was mostly on my phone. So the quality may be not quite as good as some of the previous stuff, particularly in the audio, but that's all right. We'll get through it. Before we get into the video, I do want to say a few words about a country that most Australians don't even know exists and regularly confuse with Kazakhstan, which I think is a similar mistake to the whole Austria-Australia thing. Kyrgyzstan is a small country in Central Asia. It's about the size of Victoria, about the same population as well. It's between China, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan and Tajikistan. It's the single furthest country from the sea, and it's also the second highest country on average by elevation after Nepal. Sometimes it's referred to as the Switzerland of Central Asia because of all these mountains, but also it's got a lot of tourism and a lot of the water resources of Central Asia as well, glaciers, lakes, rivers. Kyrgyzstan was conquered by Mongolians in the 13th century, and the Kyrgyz maintain a lot of the Mongolian traditions to this day, like horse riding, archery, and the nomadic, iconic yurt lifestyle. Similar to Mongolia today, it's a relatively democratic country, and there's heavy emphasis on the word relatively there, in a rather undemocratic part of the world. Unlike Mongolia, it is a predominantly Muslim country though. There's a long history of connections to Turkey, Iran, Russia, China, particularly the Uyghur Muslims of Xinjiang province. Kyrgyzstan became part of the Russian Empire in 1876 and it joined the USSR in the wake of the revolution. In 1926, the capital, which at the time was called Bishkek, was renamed to Frunze, after a Soviet military general who was born there. Kyrgyzstan remained firmly in Ruski Mir, that's the Russian world, from the 1920s until the form of communism, after which Frunze was renamed to Bishkek. At that time, around 70% of the population of the capital were Russians, but today it's less than 7%, so most of them went back to Russia. There are now 2 official languages, there's Russian and there's Kyrgyz. Kyrgyz is a Turkic language, and some Turks that I met in Bishkek actually could understand, mostly understand it. Kyrgyz often go to Russia as migrant workers and then they send money home. Today, Kyrgyzstan has a population of 7 million people. Bishkek has 1 million people. The next 3 largest cities after it have 250,000, 123,000 and then just 85,000 people. So almost no one lives in cities. Most people are rural or nomadic. And it is a very different world to Australia. So that's all I have to say for the introduction. We'll get into the video. Paula. Yeah! We're going. dust storm's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Да. Я знаю. Спасибо.
I don't see any mites. Maybe some fleas? Oh, I see something.
Did you find a flea?
That doesn't look like a flea. It just looks like a little beetle.
A beetle?
Yeah. I don't know what it is. Actually, it's a good idea because we have to stop by the ATM anyway, probably to get enough money to pay for the bikes.
Yeah.
Although the pricing is in euros, but I assume they accept.
Can you make it run? You gotta have your foot on the clutch, don't you? Извините. Горе. Горе.
Do you know what Tashrabat is? Do you know what Tashrabat?
There are
These ruins. They're like along the original bikepacking route, but
Okay.
it's an extra few hours to hike in and out.
We've got to go there with Tom, do we?
We have to do whatever he says.
Там Ташрабат, окей, вот. И там Игнарен есть. Игнарен, там очень хорошее место. Вот. Там много елка, хорошо. Друзья, будете потом туда-сюда гости.
Have some orange lichen. And then the hill is all striated from cattle. And then water reeds. And then some kind of grassy thing. Probably flowers. And then the mountains. It's a bikepacker. We've got ourselves yet another cyclist down there. Paula and I just had a big rest up here. And there's been about 5 cyclists gone past in that time. Lots of bikepackers and tourists. So it turns out that the cyclists that rode past us just then were contestants for the Silk Road mountain race, which is around 2,000 kilometres long, 30 kilometres of climbing and 2 weeks of riding, which runs every year. And we met a few more of these guys and had a chat to them as we made our way to Song-Kul. So what is it for dinner tonight?
We've got some rice pilaf with dehydrated carrots, pepper, and a little bits of garlic, and some MSG.
How good. Well, here's our climb for today. We have to go all the way up where that van is going. There's about 1 billion switchbacks all the way to the top up there. Looks like a bit of work. It'll probably take us at least half the day to do that. Here's Paula, and here's one of the bikepacking contestants. We're actually a lot faster, clearly. So we should have just done the race, we would have won.
We were at the beginning of the pack.
Yeah, we were right at the start.
And then we decided to take a nap.
Yeah.
So if we hadn't done that, we would have won the race.
Yeah, we're actually really fast. Well, still climbing this hill. That car down there is just a tourist who is going up to Song-Kul. Paula's down here, and then in front of Paula there is one of the Silk Road race contestants. I had a big chat with him. He's 60 years old, which is pretty wild. Very fit for his age. We've just finished climbing all the way up here. It took half a day.
Tonight we're having alphabet noodles, Russian alphabet, with some kind of fish.
Didn't we
Canned
say
fish?
it was sprat?
Yeah, sprat, that's right, in tomato sauce. And I'm just gonna mix that together and it's gonna be delicious.
I've got bread left if you want to put that with it too.
It's a good idea.
You up for that?
Yeah, we should finish that bread.
What's the deal this morning, Paula?
So we're very happy campers because the rain stopped. And now we're just making some porridge with dates and honey and pitas. It's good morning.
Yeah, so good. And here's what it looks like outside. The bike's got soaked. So the weather was getting a bit wild, and Paula and I asked some people to stay in their yurt for a little bit. And now we're cooking some. What are we cooking?
Cooking porridge again.
Cooking porridge again. Nice. We're just past halfway around the lake now, and we're hoping for some better weather once we're finished cooking. Here's Song-Kul, and you can see way over there just how much snow has been dumped. Not that one. Maybe the medium. Paula is showing the kids how to make a cup of tea. That's a bit full. Just a little bit. Nice. How fascinating. Hello.
Нету. Раяхча. Нету. Теперь будем спать. Okay? Дай печенье. Bye. Bye, children.
Yeah, make him go away.
Oh, how we got to candy. 부어서리에 주시니 아라칸 당벨레첸 자자산답칸 벌레첸 젠두연문 젠구점은 엘리프트 아야야예 질립굿듬 굿듬 altının özünü güttüm güttüm antiseri duruy beri çampanay kurtangar ben cadimim kulağım zakal gider.
Well, Paula and I have just started our last climb, and we're just leaving Song-Kul now. And look at this ice wall over here. Looks like some kind of glacier or something. Pretty cool. Yay!
Kyrgyzstan, Paula, Song-Kul, Kyrgyzstan, Kyrgyz, Song-Kul, Kyrgyz компаниясында Song-Kul бойынша терең мағлұмат алуда жасы дөктері. Андан тышкары, намысы соңындағы энергия массасы жайы, өз сынсанып қарап.
We're dropping the bikes off.
If I ever have a statue made of me, I want it to look like that. I want to be riding a majestic horse.
Sonun geçti, son girdi, sonun ilminin bizden geçeviz ulan o da.
climbing with these shoes versus actual climbing shoes.
Yeah.
Keep going. Are you doing a video or a...
You're naked in the water. Swimming towards the moon. Imagine that.
You want to be naked in the water swimming towards the moon? Sounds like fun.
But it's not gonna happen. And you know why?
Why?
Because I don't have a towel.
Don't have what?
A towel.
Well, it seems like Kyrgyzstan is building more and more chairlifts. Probably a good thing, because this whole place is absolutely covered in snow in the winter.